Mackie here, and today I
Let's jump into this. So, just to kick things off, huge thanks to Mackie for putting this together. I didn't expect it to be, like something of this length, but I really appreciate the depth here. So as a heads up, I had this one in the background while I was doing something else, so I've like half heard the thing, so I'll watch it at a higher speed, um, while I'm here. But this time I'll actually be like actually looking at the screen and taking things in, so that I can make comments on it and try and like really process it. So I'm gonna do that this time around. But yeah, thanks again, Mackie, for doing this. I really appreciate the help. Hey, Mindswept. Good afternoon. Alright, so with that said, let's go ahead and chuck it on. I think let's do this.
wanted to talk about some of your runs, actually. Yoshi, hello, hi. I've heard about what you were trying to do in terms of achievements in the Tetris the Grandmaster world, and I was very happy to see that you actually wanted to
Afternoon, 1 a.m.
get
Yeah,
Death GM done of all achievements.
technically
And it is a
after
mode that I absolutely
noon.
adore, and considering the fact that I really appreciate and I admire all the stuff that you are doing, I wanted to
He's
give
so
you some
kind.
advice on this game mode that I
I really
played a crap ton
appreciate
of.
him.
Kind of a disclaimer,
He's
I
such a
know
cool
that you are
pal.
playing on the Switch version. I have a tendency to like the PS4 version of Tap More. I believe the PS4 version is less laggy, but maybe I could be wrong with this one. I haven't substantiated more than just playing it and feeling pretty miserable, and so I was very happy to see that you were doing quite fine on the Switch version. I'm going to go through some of the runs that you have gone for that have had that were pretty successful. And I'll give kind of a closing statement. The opening statement is, from what I've seen, you're very close to getting it, and so obviously,
Soon,
time can just
TM.
do its job. I kind of wanted to give you some guiding principles, as we had
Yeah, I
briefly
really
discussed over on
appreciate
Discord.
that.
This is a game mode that's very unique, and that's the thing that I really enjoy. Is like talking about it and talking how you can get through the motions.
Always
And one of them is
somewhere. Oh,
basically
not that
it's
one.
even stronger than going back to basics. In many ways, you're going to
But
go
wow,
and ignore a
stream
lot
straight.
of
Thanks for the
knowledge that
continued
you've
support.
gleaned during the
That
years.
line.
So
Oops.
TGM 4 has double taps be somewhat acceptable. Triple rotates
Yeah.
are very doable. But here,
In fact, it's weird because of the fact that move reset encourages double tapping in some sense, right? Like, if you hold dash on a piece, then the lock delay doesn't reset the moment the piece moves. I don't think. I don't remember if maybe that's the old specification. I think it's still the case. But in any case, like you get a reset if you tap, right? So if I tap to start moving my piece and then I like manage to dash it after the fact, it's actually better than if I'm holding dash for the purposes of delay. So that's definitely one of the reasons why I've grown to do it more, and I guess I seem to be kind of confident with it, which is kind of a problem that I think I'll keep trying to use it. I guess if I truly want to gain more consistency though, like even if I'm pretty consistent with it, you want to cut out any risk at all, right? Because as time goes on, you've got like it's sort of from a probability standpoint, there are enough times that I do it in a single run that one of them could just destroy me. So it's probably better that I learn to do it. And that starts with doing it in slower speeds or not doing it in slower speeds so that I don't have that habit.
with one preview, no hold, it's at the bare minimum of like it completely collapsing. If you are trying to get double taps, if you're trying to get triple rotates,
Yeah, it's true.
you may get them right.
Because the
But I would
reaction
argue that they
time
contribute to
to
the mental
single
stack, and that's the
next
whole
is
problem with it. In such a way that, yes, a misdrop will happen. It's not really a matter of like, should
Mental
you prevent
stack,
all
yeah,
misdrops?
that's good,
That's
that's
an
good.
impossibility. But when a misdrop happens, that's the beginning of something exciting, right? How fast are you going to be recovering from that in terms of like,
Sure.
oh, that's not the piece that I wanted, and how fast are you going to make the stack
What is
recover
this?
from
This is
that?
German,
Which is
right? I
why
have no idea
I would
what
argue
that says.
anything that means you get to have a stack that's as low as possible is just better. So try to make everything as flat as possible. I've seen you do it like really, really well and have like really good solves that even I didn't think of. So keep going for this. Pretty much no stacking at all. And we already have kind of a pet peeve of mine. Stacking for Tetrises, a possibility, but even outside of the realm of survival, if the stack is as low as possible and you're just putting the pieces, you're going to put them down faster.
It's a tricky thing for me because I feel like by playing so vertical, I've gotten like it feels like the reason for my survival is the verticality. So there's two aspects to it. One of them is the fact that I can pyramid really well, because if I'm allowing myself to just drop pieces in column 5 constantly and just like really tower, then I'm increasing my mobility a lot, right? Because then naturally, if your middle column is the tallest, then you kind of naturally develop the pyramid shape, and so a lot of the time I just have the option to put pieces where I'd like them to. Whereas when I play more stack, I find myself not pyramiding at all, right? So then I end up with like a lower column 5 and such, which if that's the case, and I can't rotate a piece out of a notch, then I end up with a hole in the middle, right? Which is bad. So it's difficult. I'll have to give it a try and see how I go with like a non, I guess like a column 5 that doesn't elevate too much. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, if you want to vertical tower really high with your pyramid, then you have to upstack both sides. Particularly, the order, I imagine, should go something like set up your center, set up your left, because the left is the hard part to fill in, then throw pieces to the right, because without an upstack on the left, you can't clear lines on the right. So the idea of keeping it flat makes sense in principle, and I think it's certainly the case that I do just stack for Tetris, like for double Tetrises sometimes, or like I have a Tetris and then I keep stacking. It's like, no, just take the Tetris as soon as I get a Tetris. So probably at least I should keep some principle of lower the stack as much as possible. But in terms of like how much upstack I do, it'll be something I have to work through. It's a difficult thing for me. Yeah. I swear I had 2 points on it. One was about the pyramiding. And second is that in doing so, I also gain more step resets, right? Because of the varied height in my stack. So having a closer to the ground stack, while good for survival in more of a short-term sense, it feels like I become way more vulnerable to like a bundle of misdrops in a row, and then it's like, oh well, I kept my stack low, but these misdrops cause my stack to increase by height. Then again, I guess I don't know how disastrous it can be. Well, I do, but I don't, because in like 1200 speed, for example, if I'm talking like Strasse, the moment you let go, or like you lose flow, you get like 4 or 5 pieces in a row. In death, maybe there's more chance to recuperate after only like, what, 3 dead drops or something like that. So maybe if that's the case, then I suppose the stack height doesn't elevate much more than it would if you were stacking for Tetrises. So in that case, you should just allow that small risk to be taken in order for most of your game to be lower on the stack. But again, the pyramid nature of a more vertical stack allowing for more step resets is something that definitely I feel comfort with. But again, maybe there's a hidden balance that I've got to look for a little more, where I can keep my stack lower but still have a really good shape. Not to say that you don't want me to have a good shape, and in fact when you play you do retain a lot of mobility options anyway. So again, it's more so I just need to put it into practice and see what I can do. Or at the very least, if I'm going to stack a Tetris, then like just take the Tetris as soon as I get the eyepiece, instead of probably what I'm doing sometimes is still playing like master mode style, where I'll try and like upstack a bunch and then clear down, whereas I should be looking for line clears earlier than I am. Anyway.
And that will not just be a good thing for survival, because
commentary,
but also,
real.
Your speed is largely determined by how fast you're pushing down the pieces. Making only Tetrises doesn't make a difference. Making triples doesn't make a difference. Completely different from the direction that they took in TGM3. So
yeah.
I would say from all of this, try to be pragmatic. I'll try to tell you my thought process. And the other thing is, really being pragmatic, making sure that there are no level stops whenever you have control over this. Try to downstack as much as possible. Roll the dice as much as possible to get to have access to the rest of the stack.
I mean,
the stack is pretty much
level stopping. Keeping an eye for level stopping, which when you're downstacking, you are constantly clearing lines. Sorry, yeah, I jumped the gun with the thoughts before the words came out of my mouth, sort of thing. If you're if you're partway through, like, down stacking a taller stack, I guess, you end up hopefully skipping out of level stops more, but...
Huge resource here. And the higher it is, the worse it becomes, in such a way that your moves are going to probably need to be a bit more difficult because you won't have much of a choice. So that I would argue the top half of the screen.
Definitely when you get here, it's a different game. But really, I guess, I am able to down stack from here. So that means if I can bring that style of play down here, then it's also just good, right?
And a different like game plan than the lower half of the screen. Yeah, it's just without further ado. So I don't believe that this is the
yeah, like that I should have cleared with the eyepiece.
I believe that's a different one. Anything that slows you down is, you know, it's going to be a problem. So you need to find a solution here. I don't know if you have some ideas that come to you as the video is going on.
There's definitely just levels of, yeah, you can see sometimes my stack verticality increases just as a result of pyramiding. So again, I'm gonna have to really think about where. I think more than anything, it's just trimming the stack as it increases in height, right? Like, it's probably fine that I'm doing the pyramid from the middle so much, and I should fill in the left side as well, but on the right side, I should be considering more often line clear opportunities. That probably makes sense.
Some of those ideas I really like. However, I think we'll go for the number one idea here, which is a good well, more than back to basics, but really, well, that one is kind of back to basics. It's just like try to make as few holes next to the center as possible.
Yeah.
So have them as far to the sides as possible, and try to be in a position where those holes would be as unlikely as possible. So sometimes you're going to misdrop, right? You don't really have full mastery of what you're going to do, but you kind of have an idea what will happen.
Yeah.
For the most part. Kind of being pedantic, but this S could be rotated. That one is fine. I think it's actually a defendable choice to put it flat.
I don't know if I did that on purpose or if I just like, yeah, didn't. This could be a getting caught by the lock
like this, just so that you have like better mobility.
But yeah, I think rotating there makes sense too.
You did B rotation, right? Yeah, cool. Okay, great. Then, yeah, this makes sense. This is an acceptable choice. So another idea of like going further than back to the basics. TGM requires you to put the column 5 as being the highest column.
Yeah,
I would argue you shouldn't even think of 5th or 6th or 4th. Like, try to make something that's big and flat. Have 4, 5, 6, 7 be the height, and that way you don't have to think. Kind of like it's a similar reasoning that I have with Cyclone.
Yeah, I guess like you don't want to spire at all. I mean, in some instances I do chuck. If I get an eyepiece, I just stick it right up in column 5. And it's like laying it flat might cause holes in the middle, so it's a bit of a tricky situation. But definitely, I agree with the try and make like a surface to the top of the pyramid rather than it being a spire.
Where the piece will rotate no matter what happens. So this is actually an acceptable placement.
I like this placement a lot. Now that you've mentioned it, this is awesome.
The first one being what I just said. The other one being you can put the pieces.
Maybe one to the right would be neat too. But yeah, this is.
To the sides, cool. And then you get to decide what you're going to do with the center part. You can make a bigger hole, and then you kind of solve it, and you find a stable left and a stable right side to take care of this. So that could be one way of doing it.
Yeah, probably a panic rotate though.
I would have argued, since this placement, I do understand it. It creates a hole in the 6th column, which is among the worst ones. I would take the risk of putting it like 2 tiles to the right, and if something happens, like the T comes up, then you're making the hole anyway. But it's worth a shot, right?
Yeah.
So same here, like any of these holes, I would try to avoid as much as possible. This is very, very good placement though. Thanks. Like realizing that you need to flatten the stack in some way or some other, and also very, very good reading abilities. That's going to be very important throughout the rest of this game.
Yeah, being able to read the piece colors in particular, I feel like is something that's really important to me. So like when I get an L or J notch, sometimes I don't know whether I'm waiting for the L or the J. So I'm also still trying to improve my recognition of like, okay, it's the orange, like I'm waiting for the orange one, or I'm waiting for the blue one, or if I'm waiting for the green or the purple one in ZS. Yeah, I'm hoping over time I'll pick up on it a bit more easily.
Oh, the IRS saved you there. So that was not the 900 one. It was the one before that. And that 900 is going to look a little surprising, if it's the one that I do remember. Because the beginning is, if I recall, a bit shaky. Oh, the annoying part is the some of the misdrops. That's an excellent L placement, by the way. That L placement, was it this one? I think it was this one. It was really good. Things are flat, so I think that's good. Yeah, this is annoying. The little like forbidden rotation thing.
Yeah. You know it. It's a cool placement, just like on its own though. Like that's a really neat way to set up like I don't know if we have a term for it. In like I know NES calls it like a delayed burn, right? Because they refer to this sort of action as burning. Whereas in Death you're not burning at all because the line clear type doesn't matter. So I don't know if there's like a delayed skim you could call it, maybe. Anyway, whatever it is a cool
depending
move.
on your controller. I'm not sure what controller you're using.
I'm using Pro Controller.
And you don't have the same game feel. You rotate at just the wrong frame.
Yeah, it could be the case. I was still getting used to it when I jumped back into the death attempts, but I think I've gotten pretty comfortable with it again.
That is excellent, by the way.
That was nice.
And yeah, some of these solves are actually really, really good. Keep doing that. That's like I got nothing. That one, I'm not as much of
a... I don't think I've heard bridge used as a term in that context. So it's a bit of a tricky one.
Fan. Because
bridge would be more like something that you would use for a floating T-spin, I think.
And you're creating a well. So, yeah, try to break, like, everything. And maybe for that, an interesting consideration would be that you play a little bit of big mode. maybe.
Fascinating. Maybe
there's a just tiny extra bit of flexibility so that you don't put the line piece to the sides. Okay, so that was not the 900.
That's interesting.
I think the
big mode for like learning how to solve in a smaller search space. Maybe in 20G in particular too. I like the idea.
Next one is going to be the 900. When is the 900? Who knows? I'm just having fun here. Yeah,
so like,
same
here
thing
I should be looking for a 9 piece for sure. I guess.
Yeah, I would absolutely put the Z on column.
Yeah, fill out the left. I don't know why I did that one. That one's gross.
2, 3, right?
I don't like that placement.
And then whatever's happening to the side is happening to the side, but then I just
yeah, I've gotten better at the pyramid thinking, but I think I also need to fixate on filling out the left so that I can do line clears faster or earlier rather.
Probably the line piece I would put flat.
Yeah,
just,
that's a cool
6, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then just enjoying things, keeping the holes like to the sides as much as possible.
Yeah,
there's kind of a
nice.
potential hole here. They're not that bad, but yeah, it doesn't really matter. Like the stack is extremely low for as long as you're not taking the risk that it gets higher, unless you have no other choice, of course.
Yeah,
but, this is a different judgment call here. The lack of floor kick also doesn't help. So
yeah.
You can make the call of double tap at like low speed. I would actually try not going for these.
Yeah, practice the habit.
Even if you can, even if it's like not a problem, like try removing that habit entirely. In high speed, there's a chance that you misdrop and all you need is 1. And at low speed, then surely you will find some other way of getting yourself out of that pinch. That is not the 900. I'm getting there. I can feel it. I think it's the one. For real. Great line piece to the side.
So like here, I should be looking for a line clear a little earlier. Oh, maybe it's fine. Well, yeah, I should have taken that line clear, for example.
Also recognizing which pieces you need to IRS.
Yeah, and there too. Like, again, I think that's probably good for pyramid's sake, for like, again, that like long flat section. But there's probably also a priority in line clearing. Yeah, I get fixated on perfect stack shape to keep stacking for Tetrises, which you don't need to in Death.
Like getting ready ahead of time means that you need to know your game plan kind of ahead of time. Yeah, I absolutely would take anything to all of these pieces I would put in the well right now. I would be that obnoxious chess engine going like, hey, you have made in 2,
yeah.
I guess the added benefit of having a stack that's high in this specific scenario is to fight level stop. But that's pretty much all that I'm seeing here. Yeah, anything that you can take, you take. Like especially in so from 100 to 300, the amount of time that you spend clearing a line versus like putting down a piece, the moment you have access to your next piece is exactly the same timing.
Yeah, I think I remember someone telling me this at some stage. It was probably like Xernix or something. Yeah, that's a cool fact though to be reminded of, that 100 to 300 line clears are exactly the same amount of time. I think it was, and as you mentioned, right? as just locking a piece. So there's literally
So it
no
makes
difference.
literally no difference between 100 to 300, whether or not you're clearing a line or not. So there's literally no difference between, you know, doing a Tetris and 4 line clears. It's the same thing. Well, this is scary. Definitely one where I would allow a double tap of the line piece. Interesting. Yeah, look at all.
Yeah, I guess when you get to a dire situation, you can pull off those moves, but it's just limiting the amount of times you force yourself to do it.
I'm not exactly. I don't have an immediate answer. I probably would have placed the pieces slightly differently there, but it's okay. It's quite all right. Yeah. Okay. So that pragmatic thinking that I was talking about, this is impeccable. I have nothing to say about this. This is really, really well made, especially because now this is free. And I would value, as time went on, I ended up valuing your stack space a lot more. So T goes absolutely to the side, and no discussion about it. If the line piece comes in, then yeah, you're putting it to the right side. I would even probably hold one rotation button so that kind of every piece gets high rest. And if it's the line piece, it's coming out. It's going to the right side. Like no questions asked.
Yeah, I think here I was banking on either of like, what is it? Z, T, and L. L is not preferable, but like it would work. Yeah, Z, T, L, and I was like, oh, there's a decent probability I could get. And even O is like, okay, it's not great, but like it would still work. So it felt like it would be, an S would work decently too. It's still a bit weird, but yeah, like it felt like a lot of pieces could deal with that notch, and then I just kind of did that, probably from panic as well. Where that should have gone like notch down, or like long part down. Yeah, it felt like okay, but I think you're right in saying that keeping the well open so that you could take that Tetris and just lower the stack a ton is really important.
Here, I don't know if there was an immediate solve out of this. It kind of depended on the piece, and I feel like the piece that was used here caused some additional trouble. Yeah, you would have needed to put the J to the far right side. Because now that one is creating some more complexity.
Yeah, that's not great.
Okay, this is very so now we're thinking in terms of oh, you even had I'm thinking about it. You had the little you know, a TTM4 master mode kind of solve going on, like Z and L would like solve everything.
Oh, that's insane. I don't even do my strat on the left side, so that's extra crazy. But yeah, no, that's a really good point. Something I should look out for then. Yeah, because I always think these things have to be filled with like O and then a kick or a J piece, but I haven't thought of just looking for a triple. Even in non-20G play, like that's a really good point. You don't need to slide a piece under there. You could just, master mode style would solve it. That's cool. I didn't think of that, right? Hi, Annie. Yeah, it's very clever. That's a really good pickup.
That's another thing that I wanted to talk about. That's a completely different concept, but you can slow down a tiny bit and put the go left, and then step reset does its job. Then you rotate once, and then step reset does its job again, and then you can put it to the left side.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like it would have done the job.
I didn't think of this.
How cool. Green tea strat on the left well, and here I just forgot about it, right?
So surely I wouldn't have spotted it.
Yeah,
here we're talking of survival. That is also important. Excellent eye solve.
Thank you.
Dang it. Okay. Whoa, I absolutely would not have done that.
I think that was actually a misinput, but like it just worked.
It's super cool, but I think I wouldn't have gone for this at all.
This move is like... I don't even spin that way usually, I think. Hold on.
Oh, I absolutely would not have done that. It's super cool, but I think I wouldn't have gone for this at all.
Yeah. Oops, not slash. What is it? No, let me back in here. Here we go. Yeah, I think it was... I was looking to do a T-walk for sure. That makes sense to me. Yep. But then I'm... it's triple tapping in the same direction that does that. Yeah. I must have not moved my finger over, but I still had the instinct to press the button. I think T-walking over and then going for the double is probably... I mean, it's still scary because you have to slide the T all the way across and rotate in time. So to be fair, you are cutting it tight with a scary-ish move. But yeah, this particular rotation is not something I ever ever think about. So that was weird. I don't know why I pressed it. Again, no, it must have been a misinput. Cool though. I've only done that like twice in AE. I do like T-walks. I feel like I'm pretty good at them. But usually they don't, yeah, I don't rotate it back this way. But yeah.
Yeah.
Not
because now
the
you're
greatest move.
removing the too wide.
Yes, absolutely. This should have just gone here.
Whereas this makes like things a lot flatter.
Okay, cool move.
Yeah, because it's flat, now you had to IRS the line piece, which put you in a more difficult situation.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're also having to think about the Torikan, the speed requirement.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I was talking about when it comes to like hesitating or thinking, like having some extra time to think, if you put this thing all the way to the right, then you have this thing, right? That could be cool if you have an L or another J. Yes. Yeah, this is a J, dang it. That's not the case, but you can like put it all the way up to the right, then step reset, you know, gives you some thinking time, and then you go, that's not the piece that I want, and then you go, boop, beep,
yeah, AD. Yeah. Developing.
Also, you'll do kind of a move like this at some point. Was that a double tap? Those are like, your double taps are really immaculate.
Thanks. Yeah, I shouldn't be getting away with it. I think at some point I've like talked about it when I was playing this game, and the strict timing window of, honestly, even just like 4.1, I think has forced me to get good at making very quick inputs like double taps or double or even triple rotates, right? Because 4.1 is just crazy speed. Like it's 1200 with only step reset, right? So I think what I felt was coming over to death, even though in terms of thinking time, it feels pretty similar because of the like One Piece preview and restricted mobility. But input wise, it feels pretty much like a step down, because usually I'm like, oh, I need to be like double rotating or double tapping. Oh no, I don't think I double tap. Well, even if I try double tapping, I probably like mess up. But basically, my input speed has to be within those 8 frames. So then I've gotten good at doing them very quickly. But here it's like, oh, it's easy to double tap because I have so much time. Like I have a couple more frames, I can do that. It makes it feel more comfortable to do. But again, that's something that I should be pulling on if I have to. So it's like, in the case that I have to, oh, I have the mechanical skill for it, great. But I just like shouldn't be leaning on it too much. Oh, whoops. What the heck? Oh, I pressed F instead of... What? Why is my thing sitting now? K. It should be K. Let's see. Yeah. Less than half a second for regathering our ideas.
I understand why you would want to go for these. Oh gosh. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, and any breach that needs to be sealed shut, you're doing a really good job at these.
Thank you.
Yes, that's the one that I was talking about, the weep weep. So that one is good. Not just to get a thinking time for a current piece, but you need to get like some breathing room.
Yeah, that's why I'm like a rogue player in master mode. I'm the sort of person who like presses rotate a lot, which in some cases it does screw me because I'm like yeah, like doing an extra rotate when I don't need to be. But sometimes, yeah, the reason I do it in the first place is because sometimes it gives you that step reset for free. So yeah, I'm glad you're an appreciator.
And as you'll get more comfortable, like you'll be able to go so fast in some of the situations where you are safe that it will not be a problem. And I've seen you get like 314s, 315s, like Oricons, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one is scaring me a bit. I believe there was a solve that didn't imply like stacking up. It is left as an exercise for the reader. For a current piece, but you need to get like some breathing room.
Good.
And as you'll get more comfortable, like
this could have been hooked here for that as we talked about, the making it flat across the middle. So I think that would have worked.
You'll be able to go so
that's good.
Fast.
This is fine, but maybe far left is good, and then eyepiece here.
Some of the situations where you are safe.
Here, maybe I just go across, right? Because if I go across here and put the O piece, if I get a T piece, I can just keep going down.
It will not.
Yeah, so no need to upstack here.
Not be a problem. And I've seen
I
you
think
get
this is an okay
at, like,
situation from there.
3, 4,
And then this
14,
ends up nice, but this I could have rotated, but I think I didn't have the time to try.
15, like,
Yeah, and then from here it's like, maybe this should have gone middle. Because, yeah, now I have to wait for an eyepiece to go all the way across. I think the handling of dump stack here is nice, but yeah, I certainly didn't need to.
Yeah, this one is scaring me a bit. I believe that was a solve that didn't imply like stacking up. It is left as an exercise for the reader. Really good one. Dang. Yeah, that is also what I mean when it comes to like you have to think about like much easier solves. I think like far right here, 7, 8, 9, 10 is completely fine.
Yeah.
Or IRS. IRS, this one I think is that.
IRS is good if I can catch it in time. I still have trouble with that timing where I just don't IRS in time because I have to react to next piece and what I can do with it in that moment. L kick not really over a bump on the left still surprised me. Sometimes I do with the J piece a lot, but not so much with the L piece because mine is conspiracy. Yeah.
It's a pretty easy one, is it? I think that it is. Yeah, because you're manipulating an O. So you can hold the rotation button. You have like a lot of leeway. That double tap is frightening. At this speed. Oh yeah, the T is like the first thing that I was thinking of here, so that's why I'm surprised you didn't go for it. Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's the one. Oh gosh. There are ways to make these little tucks like look immaculate. Really cool solve. I was thinking of the other way around, but that also works. Ah!
Flat on the right would be nice.
Yeah, I would have tried IRSing the blue J, and now that orange L definitely be the B rotation.
IRSing the J? I don't know, where would it go?
That one IRSing the.
Oh, I guess like so that it's up like this, or or to go all the way across. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I kind of just like let it flop. Again, maybe I just didn't catch it in time. But...
Yeah, I would have tried IRSing the blue J, and now that orange L definitely be the B rotation.
Yeah, I don't know why I did it this way either. Sometimes I still just like rotate the wrong way with these.
That one creates cheese, and the other way around is like a completely different thing. Also, some rotations don't work anymore because
so much cheese.
The accursed frame.
Yep.
It do be happening. It really sucks. Like that's why I would argue you need to find a way to make all of these movements like look a lot less of a problem. I think you talked a lot about this sequence.
I did.
I think it's all like mostly good, but it's this last placement that
yeah, I hate that last placement too. It's so bad for mobility.
Kind of like set it apart. The biggest complaint, if there ever is one, the biggest like piece of criticism would be like stacking up high in this scenario. Obviously, you have a lot less leeway compared to TGM4. Like, I probably wouldn't have made the S like go all the way up here because I don't know if I want to commit to something like this. If there is something that I would want to commit to, probably would be the T. The line piece goes super well flat, even without that piece. So there's no like sense of urgency. I would probably put the S like here.
Oh, interesting.
And that T would definitely have gone like to the side. That would have been a slide, but I don't know. You've done it once. I don't know how comfortable you are like doing it regularly.
Yeah, I definitely could have.
Yeah. And I don't think you put it 9-10, but the T definitely goes 9-10 for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have been.
Yeah, pretty much anything that is a line clear, I go for.
Yeah.
Unless it's really bad and it creates like cheese, but I don't like cheese. Right, the famed twist, but I think even here this is somewhat okay. I don't like this T placement. It's obviously like pretty scary because you need to do.
Yeah, this is what I mean. Like sometimes I could spy because I'm like, oh, it'll help later.
Do some IRSs if you just have the column 5 that's heightened. Better than the previous one, which had it like at column 6.
Yeah.
This is kind of a tough argument to make like on the spot, but I would put the line piece to the right side. I believe you talked about it later.
Yeah.
Because of like this is a 3 wide, this is a 4 wide, and this is kind of a 2 wide, so there's kind of separation of things.
100%.
That makes more sense, like 4 versus 3. So the T goes to the left side when it cannot if the line piece is on top of it, but such is the case for the L and the J.
Yeah.
I would have put the Z, yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, these are good. And then yeah, definitely some space for the T to go.
Yeah.
I don't know if you would have gotten away with it. I'm pretty sure the sky's the limit, right? There's nothing to wait on. Just like, you know, try the situation till the end and just go for it. What was the other one? Yeah, it's getting a little. Yeah, it's about 27 minutes. I don't want to like. I don't want to stunt you with too much info. I think it was this one. This one I was thinking of because of like all you need is one misdrop for everything to go bye bye basically. And the biggest issue is yeah, that thing. That thing. Unless you have no other choice, I would definitely advise avoiding double taps as much as possible.
Yeah.
They do work. And they'll work, as far as you're concerned, they seem to be working like 90% of the time. But all you need is one, right?
Yeah, they work until they don't.
That is the biggest point of improvement that I feel I could give at this point in time. So that implies having or visualizing an easier way of putting down the pieces. Kind of an improvement in finesse. What the crap? Yeah. Also, I believe you had a solve there, didn't you? Right, because of T. Well, is it this one? I was thinking of something else. Yeah, I feel like that Z may have made things a bit more complicated. I don't know if I was thinking of something else. But at any rate, that was me, Mackie. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think, and yeah, go crush it. Have a wonderful one. See ya.
Thanks, friend. Yeah. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on it. Yeah, a lot of things to pick up on from this. It's, yeah, a lot of stacking habits that I need to try and see if I can work both my style and these like death specific tips in. Yeah. So let me get my Switch started up and we'll run some attempts. Seems are in 61 frame rate is actually just because of the 1 extra hertz. Yeah, definitely. Although since I'm playing on the Switch version, it's capped at 60. But I do definitely get you. It often feels like the case that there just isn't enough time to react to things. There's between 1 next and 2 next associated between because we don't know the second piece while we already don't have enough time to process the current piece. Exactly. It'd be so much easier to start capturing. What? It's weird. Let me unplug, replug my capture card. That's weird. Sometimes it just does this, I guess. It's been a while since it did it though, so. Hopefully that works. There it is, yeah. What was I saying? Yeah. That extra time just helps me distinguish things like L, J, S, Z. So in not getting the time for that, I have to get better at working from instinct. So things like knowing if I need the blue or the orange one, and so on. The Tetris logo kind of spooked me. Oops. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Taking line clears more often if I can. I am already getting a faster time, even though I felt like I was thinking for ages for a lot of those moves, so there's definitely something to be said about, like, the speed that you can stack at. If you just take flying clears. Oof, yeah, okay. Yeah, definitely a bit of suffering from not having like a more, what do you call it? Not so many step resets, it feels like. But also, I can definitely feel also my stack keeping lower for much more, for far more extended periods by doing this. So I think there's definitely like a balancing act I have to do here, but it's just reconciling the two styles, I guess. Let's get this running again. Oops. Whoa. Okay. The second monosync because trying to hook my dock into the same monosync that's processing OBS, the service will delay. Oh yeah, that sounds really troublesome. Oops. Okay, nice. I don't know why I keep throwing it to that side. Oh jeez. I could also double tap that I did just there, so try not to do that. Lucky. Oops, that should have gone. Okay, that's fine. Okay. An improvement overall. Just took a little too long to do it. Still a few weird moves that I'm making, but we're all looking decently good. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Oops. Oh dear. That was bad. Oops. Ah, there's more double tapping. Should be looking for simpler moves. Unless it's like double tapping while. I think the connotation specifically should be double tap. I'm doing so much. Double tapping without any step reset. If it's like a tap, the step reset, and then like another tap to get it in place, then it's probably fine. That is, yeah, one of the cases where I just... The extra rotations that I do screws me. Those synchros, absolutely horrible to my performance. Causes those sorts of misdrops all the time. Just because of the way that I press the buttons. I always, like, hit the frame perfect. Oh, whoops. There's another double rotate. It's so hard not to hold myself to it. Kind of trapping myself a lot though. Ah, what is that? Not a bad set of moves. Oops. Could be that. Oh my gosh. Need the pieces that'll work over that, please. Not so good with the eyepiece now. Let's see what we can do. Ah. Unbelievable. Double tapping. Bubbling, but let's see what we can do. Ah, that I did the thing again. That exact same move. That's really bad. Yeah, the one with the Z piece over on the right. Okay, well I entered 500 with an extremely good stack. I think if I can just do that and then carry that same stacking style for the rest of the game, then I'll be super misdrop resilient. Because I'll have such a low stack, right? And then I should be able to make it through the 500 levels. I believe in the combination of strategies coming together now. Oops. Oops. I chose a very scary way to do that, but I think it worked. Maybe I just... Look, I'd love to get rid of the double tap habit, but it is so ingrained now. Maybe if I just keep the other stacking principles in mind, I'll be okay. And if I misdrop from double taps, then I misdrop from double taps, but as long as I'm like doing everything else well, then I should be able to like get myself out of such situations. And I'll try to simplify other moves as much as I can, I think. Oh, lucky with that sequence. How's it not over yet? Get me out of here. Hey! Okay. Who knew it just took a little bit of advice from a friend and my death ability is just like... I feel like it's skyrocketed. Okay, I should not be double tapping, but I feel like I'm too successful at them. Yeah, it's maybe something I can't get rid of. But just like the few tips that I received. Oh, yeah. Sure. Yeah, Okay. I was trying to do the thing to get the like name selection to come up so I could like take a screenshot with my like the initials in it. And I thought it was hold like AB star, but I'm thinking of the item code, I guess, right? There's some way to make the name select show up, and then you can like it shows you a code on the screen as well. I don't know if that's like something to do with a technically it's like playable replay data or something, but anyway. That's it. I guess. Wow. Those tips. That little like discussion that I was able to just have. I did it. I can do that mode. And the thing is, I felt like I didn't compromise too much on my pyramid because I guess the fundamentals I set myself up with, plus just the focus on making sure I'm line clearing. It all worked. I still had plenty of opportunities where I slowed the game down so much. Like, I felt comfortable with a lot of piece placements because I could still, like, step reset. So, I was able to just bring the two things together. Like, keep that pyramiding while also managing to line clear a bunch to keep my stack low. And I wasn't sure if I'd survive from, like, the 800 misdrop, but I did, and then I downstacked it and everything, and then like played through the credits. It was chill. I could do it. Wow. Hi, Ashen. Thanks. Yeah, I'm online rankings? Wait. Wait, is it an everything ranking? No, does that mean that my master item S something is gone? I guess it is, right? Yeah, because now it's my death run instead. Oh, not quite the slowest death GM here. Second. Wow, that's a really slow run. It's like kind of impressive, huh? Like, is that a slow run of the mode? Jeez. Yeah. Yeah. There it is. Goodness. We did it! We did it! Oh my gosh. Hi, Jonas. Yeah, they're from death, I see. No, my item score or whatever. Actually, it would have been my GM, right? Like my 8. Sub 820, I think it was. Or maybe that's my PB on. But like Switch, it's 820 something. I'm not sure. You're in that ranking? Oh, down here somewhere. Oh, I'm so happy. I've done it. Like, that is it. Hey, there you are. GG. That is crazy. Look at how... See, like, I so much of the time here, I'm still... Like, tap tap. Go forward. Yeah, tap over. Yeah, I should not be doing stuff like that. I'm still doing it. It's horrible. It's horrible that I am. In fact, that's a triple tap, right? No. It's not a triple. It's double tap, rotate, slide. Yeah. No, okay. I'm not... Yeah, it's a double tap. I should not be doing that, but I think again, maybe it's... I could unlearn the habit, but... I think if I do everything else well, it's fine, maybe? It would not have been fun in that scenario. I mean, given that it's credits, it would be, but like, yeah, if I was actually playing it out. Hi, some widow, yes! I've done it. Let me, just give me a moment. I'm gonna go ahead and put this up so that I can go take a quick screenshot. Here we go, yeah. There's not much to argue about now, considering you got the GM. Yeah. Made that solely because I made it to 999. Yeah, that's good. Going back to TGM4 after this? Well, I'm kind of, yeah, done with... Not done. These games have kind of drawn me back to the simpler TGM. Like, I'm kind of tempted to do a bit of Time Attack TGM1, or I could try and do a Death series with this run. Although I don't know if I've taken too much of a break now in between for it to qualify, but like I could just see if I can do it a second time in a row right now. I could technically, if I get it again, then I might PB. Like I could. What else is there that's going on? I still haven't got an Orange Line Master, so there is that, I guess. Yeah, I'm not that fussed about it, but like it's still something else I could do. But yeah, I have like all the GMs. Like I've got all the main modes complete in TGM 1 to 3. Because I would say all the GMs, because yeah, I have all the GMs now in 1 to 3. Everyone talks about S13 anyway, so yes, I have all the GMs there plus S13. That's what I mean by the main modes. But that's great. And GM4 again, I've got 3.1 GM. I just have 4.1 to chase GM4, but that's gonna take ages, I think. So I'm not too fast. Again, that's another one I can steadily grind, sort of like what I was doing here. So maybe I'll like put more runs into that, but it's a unique mode. Yeah, Pokemon time. I'll switch to Pokemon soonish, but yeah, I think I'll put in a little bit because this only took an hour. No, not even an hour. How many attempts in are we? 3, 4, 5, 6 attempts, right? 6th attempt today. That's it. Wow. Yeah, what else did I say I was potentially gonna get up to today? Yeah, I do want to do Puyo at some point. I don't know if I'll do it today. We'll see. Yeah, I'll do Pokemon today. Maybe Everhood. Either today or tomorrow I'll do Everhood. I think that's a thing. A lot of things I still want to do, but I'm not sure if I'll do today or tomorrow. Stuff to work on, don't get me wrong, by the end of the day, you got it. Exactly! 2 GMs I'm missing. Asuka GM is such a nightmare. There's also Connor. That GM exists too. People forget. It's really hard in its own way, but it's still a valid GM. Yeah, TGM4 has a lot to do. But some of it's just kind of uninteresting. Like, Asuka Hard is an interesting mode, but the time that you're trying to push, it's just gonna make me feel like I'm doing 3.1 again. And also, it's worse, because at least 3.1 is engaging. Asuka Hard is so, like, so technically annoying because of the timings not working properly with you, because of extra button having to be used. And then it's just like, also, if you misdrop once, your runners like explode. Which, like, 3.1 did require some very clean stacking, but you could make mistakes. With Asuka Hard, it's like, you need the Tetrises to clear the keto requirements. So if you misdrop once, it's really bad. It's really, really bad. Oh, wow. Hold on, I just gotta like send this to some friends, cause yeah, especially Mackie. I gotta say thanks, cause without that, I feel like, I would have eventually gotten it, but it would have been like rolling a die. Like, oh, maybe I'll get it this time. Maybe I'll get it this time. If you don't do anything about your fundamentals, then ultimately you just keep rolling the die with like what you've got, like, right, like the skill level that you're already working with. Whereas if you can up that fundamental skill, yeah. Oh, golly. Can't wait to grind it all out when I get my PC situation sorted. Yeah. Watching, I just didn't notice. Oopsies. Where am I on, like, TAP? Maybe I actually submit a thing. Whoa! Hold on. I'm... Whoa! Mackie! Oh my gosh! Thank you for the 10-month resub. Double digits! Hey! Good time for this to happen, right? Oh my gosh! It's the 24th of March! If I'd gotten this tomorrow, then I could have maybe submitted... Well, to be fair, I think it starts during... Oh, no, but like... it depends on if it's Pacific or Eastern time. I don't know when they start the Carnival of Death, like what time zone they started in. I assume it's from America. But, yeah. I'm like a day off from... getting to submit it for Carnival of Death. Oopsies. Hey, well, now that I have the skill for it, I guess maybe I could do it. Maybe. Anyhow, yeah, I was gonna check where on the leaderboard would I end up at? Because previously I had like a 900 or something, so I was pretty high up anyway. Oh, actually, I'd only submitted my 836. But even then, there's very few people. I have officially got the slowest GM that is, according to, not the slowest GM, but among the people who have submitted to the Absolute Plus, I have the slowest one, which is pretty fun. Yeah. It's the sort of thing where I'm like, yeah, I was able to take my time because I just played really steady. So, what that ends up doing is it only shoots me up 1, 2, oops. No, take me back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 positions. So I go from 46th to 41st. So it's not that much. But even then, I might submit it anyway, because then I guess like on my profile, it would be, you could look at it and it's, let's look at like my main categories. Oh, how do you use this side again? Oh, I guess you have to go by mode. Yeah, TGM1, Master and 20G, GM. Tap, GM, Death will be GM. TI is GM, S13. And AE I haven't submitted anything for. I don't know if they're actually taking submissions. Empty leaderboard. Oh, none of AE is a main mode. At least not considered so at this time, I guess. Yeah, they're all in extended. Okay, interesting. Well, I could submit like my master mode, I guess. I'd be second place. I guess like my normal I could as well. Oh, the modes aren't even in the drop down, but they're in all. That's so weird. I mean, I kind of get it, but yeah, it could be like normal 3-4 GM. Cool. Better do it second time during the carnival. Oh, golly. Yeah, maybe I can. Maybe I can. It felt very natural doing this. That's the thing. It's weird. It felt weird being able to play so well. Yeah, let me throw another attempt at it. Let's see what we can do. It'd be crazy to get 2 in a row. It's totally not happening, but one can dream, right? Oh, I'm second so weird now. It's early speed, so it's fine. I have time to, like, correct myself, but I definitely should not be stacking like this long term. It's slow in terms of pacing for Toricon, but let's see if we can. Pick that up a little. I don't think so. Don't think so. Okay, I finally got punished for double tapping. But yeah, the mode just feels so much more playable right now. On the whole, it feels more approachable. And I think also I could sort of time attack at least first half a little better. Well, a fair bit better. If I set something like a 3:10 entry time, then it would cut my ending time by a fair bit too. Maybe getting the hang of it? Yeah, I think definitely something clicked. So weird. Alright, I'll do like 2 more attempts, let's say, and then maybe throw some attempts at a... TGM1 maybe? Which was like an insane thing for me to say, but like, why not, right? Oh, should have slid that in. Gonna go to work. Enjoy your win credits again, and I'll see you around. Yeah, thank you so much once again. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Appreciate you popping by as well. Oops. Oh my gosh. Thanks for the follow. I'll check it out in just a moment. Oh, got a raid too. Oh my gosh. Hey, thank you for the raid. Really appreciate it. Hi everyone. How's it going? Let's see. Oh, Ninja of Ninjas. Thank you for the raid. Well, hello, Supermark. Thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it, everybody. Had a bit of reliance on certain pieces to make this solve work, I think. Wow, yeah. Okay, I think I've got this mode down a lot better than I used to, though. I think if I could shoot for if I wanted to shoot for another GM, I could totally just go for it. Jeez. Alright, well. As I mentioned, I think I want to try and chuck some attempts into GM1, so let's see what I can do. I've got 20G sub 10. Maybe I can get closer to it on standard, so that would be cool. But it's really hard. It's like minute-long sections, except you cannot get like a minute-long section in the first section. Well, I think you can, but it's just that the non-20G is so much slower, so you end up having to make up time later. It's very hard. Gonna head out. I have a great stream. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Thanks again for the raid. Catch you around. Okay, let's see if we can do this. Hey, cool. How's it going? It's spectacular. I won. Oopsies. I got GM. So it's pretty spectacular, I would say. This is definitely too high up for the strat. Yeah, I've wasted so much time now. Oops. Try that again. Oh, I'm glad you're doing well. Oops. That's also too high up, I think. Unless I want to play crazy mode and like really roll the RNG on this. I could. It would give me a really fast time, but it's such a big ask. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and then you can just like, if you have the line clear, it's very slow. Oopsies. Good luck on the rest of the runs, thank you. Oh. I guess we could do it from somewhere like here. Oh, that's not the way to go about it. There we go. Still think this is probably a bit high up, but let's see what we can do. It's slow, but I had to go for it because the WoW is so rare. Like, I'm already so far behind pace now. I don't know how I'm meant to make up this sort of time, or if it's even possible. Oops, I did not mean to rotate it back like that. I do miss this type of line clear animation. We don't see it anymore after the NTI. Yeah, I really like this line clear animation too. Big agree. Yeah, in normal and 1.1 or even marathon, yeah, definitely. Would have loved to see it return. Oops. Ah, sure. Never mind. I think restart will be the second option on the menu. It's not here because you're not allowed to pause. No. Boy. Jeez, that took forever to set up. That's not like so bad. Oops, that's so sad. Oh my gosh. That took way too long to place. Oof. Oh. Alright, it's still 3G here, isn't it? Then it goes up to 5G in the next section. Ah. That's a bit of a sad time loss, but that's okay. Let's see what we can do. Oh my gosh, I did not dash. Oh. Awkward gravity is really messing with me this round. So I had really good pace, I'd say. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Ah, no. Yeah, that was a good pace. Yeah, I was coming in under 520, which I think is good. And again, column 5 blocks are slightly thick for some reason. Yeah, I think it might be something to do with the rendering. I'm not sure if it's an emulator thing, or if it's just the way the game looks. It's kind of funny. Sure. Yeah, it's barely noticeable. Oh, whoops. This is troublesome. Nah, not so good. See me a bit of clunkiness happen while scaling the original resolution after that causing blurs. Yeah, exactly. That's what I figured too. Love that T-Walk is so much. Fits so perfectly into the upside down staircase. It's so perfect. Let's drink some more water. Alright, I put a couple more attempts in and then I'll end off the TGM section for today. There's definitely potential, but it's TGM1, so sometimes things just don't quite work as you'd expect them to. Whether that's in terms of randomizer or timings or whatever else. I guess I could stack from this height, but it's a little low. No, not quite. I find it a bit hard to visualize the like making the whole. There are some pieces where it's like, oh, this just like does the thing. That's great, but like this works perfectly. Otherwise, I find it a bit hard sometimes. Okay, let's see what we can manage with this. Played it out too early. I'll just try and keep line clears like up higher then if I can. I say that and then I take that Tetris. Sure, let's do this. I know the hole's in the middle, but let's see. $250 already. At 250. That feels slow. Should have just taken the double. Alright, one more try. Oh. No. Blah. Okay, perfect. Nice. Good setup this time. This is gonna be a slowdown. Okay, not too bad. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oops, wrong way. What time waste? Hey, thanks for the follower. Oh my gosh, I did not want to do that. Oh my gosh, please. Okay, finally 20G. Rather than having to deal with annoying awkward G. Well, let's have to get out of this situation before, like, gets any better. Oh my gosh, no. This minus slip ups like that. Sure, whatever. That took forever. Yeah, I definitely could have made up some time, but made too many mistakes here. It's pretty slow now. I think from here is good enough. Ah! I did not mean to do that, but I IRS'd it. I could have tried to plug the hole with that and then go from there. Yeah, I wasn't pacing so well though. I think even 11 minutes would have been a bit difficult to get. Oh well. Easier. Thanks for the follow. Bark. So true. Oh. Yeah, that's a little... Still can't believe this game apparently ran a stronger arcade hardware than TGM2. It's maybe explains part of why it's so janky, and TGM2 just feels so smooth. Blah. This doesn't look like death attempts. Yeah. Hi Carissa, I did it. I won. It's finished. The goal's complete. Here's the end of the run. TGM 1 line clear delay feels so slow. It is incredibly slow. That's why I'm like really trying to prioritize Tetris's, because they waste so much time otherwise doing other line clears. See, look how smooth this is. I'm just going. I'm just going. It was crazy. I was playing so well. It was sick. I'm really proud of it. I only got it in... It only took 6 attempts. There's more attempts afterwards. That's why the counter is like that. But yeah, it was good. The Goober from Ascension earlier. Oh, Ezra? Hi. Welcome, friend. I hope you're doing well. Yeah. It's super slow. Because, like... Yeah. The fact that a single takes as long as a Tetris. So then, if you do, like, 4 singles, you are taking 4 times the amount of time that a Tetris would take. Like, that's crazy. And then if you actually pick apart how long the line clear delay is, you get this massive time loss. It's so bad. Yeah. It makes CGM1 a very interesting optimization game in terms of trying to be clean so that you can clear Tetrises, but it's also just kind of like... yeah. Kind of rough. Okay. Jeez. Let me get up and stretch. I'll leave it there for TGM. But, oh. Yeah, big question mark. What to do, what to do. Is the line clear delay in TGM1 slower than in TGM2 or to 500? I'm actually not sure about that. Let me go check the timings. TGM, Tetris, Grandmaster timings. Yeah, just give me Tetris Wiki. Timings. Oops. Please take me there on the page. Why is the link not working? Whatever. Wait, the page is just like, it's not loading for me? The rest of the page is just not existent. Okay, that's why. That was weird. Let's see here. Line clear. Oh my gosh. Ah. So the audio time is 30 frames, so that's the time between pieces. The line clear delay is 41 frames? I didn't know it was that much more. Oh my god. So if you do 4 singles instead of a Tetris, you spend an additional 124 frames. No, sorry, 123 frames times 3. 123 frames. That's over 2 seconds of time loss. Jeez. That's so slow. How is it in, let me check. Master C timings in tap. Tap line clear delay. It already starts off. In fact, all of the timings are slightly faster. The other time and the no, the dash is the same. The other time is 3 less frames, so it goes from 30 down to 27. Oh wait, hold on. There's other frames and wait, line other frames and then line clear frame. What does that mean? Line auto defines the number of frames of auto to use after line clear. Oh, I assume. Okay. Right. So let me get this straight. So in TGM1, you have line clear delay of 41 frames, then the additional auto time of 71 frames. So it's 71 frames after you place a piece to get to your next piece if you're doing a line clear. So 71 is the number. In TGM, in tap, the auto for 0 to 499 is in total, oh sorry, line clear plus auto time is 67 frames. So it's 4 less frames, which is factoring in line clear is 40 frames, so it's 1 less frame, and then the auto is just naturally 3 less frames. So in total, 4 less frames. But in terms of just the line clear, no, sorry. Yeah. In terms of line clears, they are much slower still. Yeah. You want to take Tetris as much as you can if you're time attacking in tap as well. It's very slow. When you get to 500, the line clear frames slash from 40 down to 25. So from that point, it's a lot more fine, but during the first half of the game, it is still very, very slow. Wait, my gosh, read. I've been off and on Tetris for like 6 years now, and I literally never heard of TGM until like a week ago at the Seattle meetup. Oh yeah, it's pretty niche, I'd say. Like you wouldn't get TGM talked about outside of TGM circles very much at all. Even in the puzzle game space, when people think Tetris, they think either like Puyo Puyo Tetris or perhaps Tetrio. Are there any others that people like primarily talk about? Or Tetris Effect. Yeah, those would be your 3 like big names. Oh, and Classic, of course. Yeah, but TGM is comparatively a lot smaller of a community. Definitely, yeah. It's a good one though. Sega Tetris. Yeah, that's the one that TGM is a clone of, right? Yeah. More than entire second between pieces when clearing a line. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it is. More than an entire second. That's why the game feels so slow, because it is. Let's see. Yeah, I see, okay. I think the difference between line auto and line clear is that line clear doesn't let you change or charge DAS, I think. Might be wrong, but that's how I understand the wiki. I believe that's true because, unless, no, hold on. It wouldn't be the case that, yeah. It's, the only reason line auto exists as a distinction from the standard auto is that it reduces over time. in order to map evenly with the Are time. So, for example, later on, the line clear delay is only 6 frames, but then in order to balance it, it's 8 frames of Are. Because then it'll match with the 14 usual Are. But then yes, it means that, I guess, according to what the wiki's saying, the DAS only charges after the line clear frames are complete. So strictly, you can only charge DAS during Are frames, right? Otherwise, until 800, the line clears give you more time between pieces than just placing pieces. 801 beyond, it syncs up to 14 and 14, yeah. Gotta pay your respects, it's true. Not that Mihara really respected the Western players for the longest time. I can see why they later games switched to 6 levels instead of 4 per Tetris to keep up the speed bonus when line clear delay wasn't as much of a factor. Yeah, precisely. They had to give you a bonus in speed in some way. You could argue that, well, at the end of the day, when you're playing ARS 20G, you stacking for Tetris is like the only way to go fast anyway, because if you were trying to spam lower line clears, then your stacking speed would just be lower because stack like maneuverability is more complex if you're not just going for Tetrises, but yeah, the level bonus definitely is important. Not sure if this is a hot take, but Genesis Tetris is by far the worst one I've played. Which one is this? 3 buttons for rotation, they all go the same way. Oh, jeez. Genesis Tetris, which one? Oh, is that one of the ports? Well, I guess, I don't know if port is the right word. But, like, it's like, based on... Sega... No, is it? It looks like it is. Eek. Yeah, well, to be fair, Sega Tetris never had the 2 rotation buttons either, or the buttons that go in different directions rather. Yeah. Not great, is it? Not great. The Sega Tetris port that got cancelled and brought back on the Mega Drive Mini 20 years later. Right. What a history. Oof, yeah, what a mess. Okay, let's see here. So we have a few options. I could switch to Puyo, Procopia, or Everhood 2. And I don't know what to do. So, if anyone in chat wants to suggest the direction I go in, then feel free. Otherwise, maybe I'll spin a wheel or something. Because I think we'll have time for like 2 of those things tonight. But it is just a matter of figuring out what to do first. It's so funny Are is also pronounced like Are in English TGM community. Yeah, I think people do call it ARE, but because I know that it comes from the Japanese word Are, I just call it the Are time because it's funny. Best of 50 versus Shearer. I have to poke Shearer for that. At like 12 a.m., right? Well, I'm trying to remember. It'd be 12:30 over there, right? West? Oh, is Shiro West? I think Shiro's West. I think. Yeah, what does artist stand for? It was something one of my college clothes set up for a day and I tried it out. Oh, okay. Sick. He's streaming PPC rank. Oh, what the heck? Hold on. Let me go check this. I got talking to someone there about Tetris and I made the bold statement. I bet I am the best Tetris player at the school. I did not know that I was talking to Jim Skip. Oh my gosh. That's funny. Wow. Wow. That's really good. Look, I, for one, respect the confidence. That's pretty funny though. Okay, so someone just needs to remind me later to highlight the Death GM. Yeah. Finally got it. I guess this particular grind is over. Woo! Of course, asking for rank is how you know that they know what they're talking about. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Oh, that sounds like a good way to meet someone. Yeah. Right, I was gonna check on Shura. That's the 50. Want me to fast to 50 him? Yeah, I see. He is streaming. Killing and testing out new PNG avatar? Whoa, exciting. Yeah, let me see. I've got an ad right now, but I can ask him. I need to practice. Alright. Alright, let's go say hi to Sure.
Oh my god, Yoshi!
Wow.
Hi, do you want to do a first to 20 or 50? Yeah, we can.
Wow.
Holy jeez.
Good suggestion,
good to see
Finner.
you. How you doing? I need another, like, purple. And we have to...
Okay, friends, well, guess we're gonna switch over to Puyo.
And then we powered his baby up.
Yeah, I've got to prepare. Because I have my Hishachu A-League matches next month, so if I don't want to get stomped,
same here actually,
then I've got to make sure I'm prepared. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly reset stream to split the VOD, so hang tight everyone.